Hello, guys. Welcome to Football Village, a channel that brings you the constructive criticism of our football games. So, quickly, guys, I want to weigh in on this talk of changing the captain of the team. You know, the legend. I think it started from the legend himself, Tony Adams. You know, he made um, um, that statement at the beginning of the season, that Mikel Arteta needs to make that tough call of replacing Martin Odegaard, as a captain with Declan Rice. You know, he said Declan Rice has, the aura, the charisma of a captain, of a leader, while Martin Odegaard does not really have, that aura, that charisma of a captain. And a lot of Arsenal fans have, gone on social media to talk about, this issue. A lot of us have been saying, or a lot of Arsenal fans out there have been saying that Mikel Arteta needs to replace um, my Martin Odegaard with Declan Rice. Now, I want to weigh in on that. And guys, one thing I just want to say is that I just want you guys to know that Martin Odegaard he steadied this ship. I don't like. I'm very sure majority of us have not forgotten. We are having so many problems with our captains. You know, some seasons ago, we are having issues with different. We had issues with different captains of the team. We had issues with Aubameyang. We had issues with Granit Xhaka. And then 3 seasons ago, Mikel Arteta made a tough call. Then he looked at a very, very young boy from Norway, the one he got from um, Real Madrid, previously on loan before signing him for £32 million. He decided to make him the captain of the team because he saw something in him. And as far as I'm concerned, Martin Odegaard has been able to steady the ship. The team was without a leader for years because of the issues we were having with our previous leaders, the issues the team had with Aubameyang, the issues the team had with um, Granit Xhaka, and then when this guy was made the captain, when Martin Odegaard was made the captain, we could see a clear path for the team. We could see what Mikel Arteta was trying to achieve. He needed someone he could communicate with. He needed someone who understands football, who reads football the way he himself reads football. And that was the reason why he made Martin Odegaard the captain. Now, I understand the cry for a change in the leader of a team. I understand because majority of us feels that Martin Odegaard is not outspoken. He's not this action type of guy. He's not the type that will shout at his teammates and do all those things. He's not that type. But then, as far as I'm concerned, he has his own leadership qualities. That's just what I want you guys to know. And then aside from that, guys, we have a mission this season, and the mission is to win the league, either we like it or not. And that is the mission. That is what every Arsenal fans all over the world wants. We win the league or we win the Champions League. If you're unable to win the two, but at least one of those silverware must come down to the red part of North London. You understand, guys? And we need each and every one of our players psychologically ready. We don't want disarray in the team because of this issue. Now, I understand what the legend would have to say something like that. That's Tony Adams. I understand why he had to say something like that. But I feel he could have, instead of coming, you know, instead of going online or saying it publicly, you know, in a way that the team will see it, in a way that the players will see it, and then it start causing division in the team. I feel he could have just gone to the hierarchy of the team or just gone to the manager, just explain to him because this season we do not want anything that is going to psychologically affect the team. We want the team to be focused. But when we are already talking about a change in captain at the middle of the season, while the season is going on, you know, it means we are already, you know, calling problems upon ourselves. And that is not what we want. We want that team to be focused. We want them to know that this is a season for them to deliver. We want them to know that there is no more room for excuses. So we don't want anything to distract them. But by bringing up this issue, we are already trying to distract them. Either we like it or not. They are humans. Martin Odegaard is human. He's definitely going to get hurt. So if when you see something like this, it definitely might affect his performances on the pitch. And either we like it or not, guys, and that's something I want us to understand. Either we like it or not, uh, we need this guy in the team. Because as far as I'm concerned, he is our most creative player. Either we like it or not, either we want to hear it or not. We need him we need him on his A game. We need him at his possible best. I love the fact that we have a great Chiesa in the team, but we need Martin Odegaard at his best. That is just what I want you guys to understand. So, guys, it is not just about we can start bringing up, we can start talking about this at the end of the season. But right now, we need the team to be focused. We don't want division in the team. So, you know, we can talk about this later. But for now, let us just get at the back of the team. Let us support the team. Let us support the captain of the team, which I'm very sure all the players love. They just want him because if not, they wouldn't have voted for him at the beginning of this season. They all voted for him to retain his captaincy. So please, guys, let us just let's support this guy. Let us get at the back of the team. We need them to be focused. We do not want them, you know, to start having issues there. We don't want them to start having issues psychologically. We don't want them to start having issues amongst themselves. So please, guys, let us help them to remain focused so that at the end of the season, every one of us will be celebrating, you know, either the Premiership or the Champions League.